Why did you decide to become ordained to be a cantor through the Reform movement?
I was really drawn to the Reform movement because it was so inclusive, and the way Jewish values were articulated through the seminary, through Hebrew Union College, really resonated with me. I had considered JTS for about 5 seconds, but I didn't find it as inclusive. It was a don't ask, don't tell policy for LGBTQ at the time, and people were not allowed to be intermarried. And that was really challenging for me. So I found a home through Hebrew Union College. I was at the Brandeis Bardeen Collegiate Institute for a summer, and that was the first time that I was introduced to HUC. And somebody came to speak to all the participants that were at BCI, and I looked through the catalog of courses, and it was an incredible blend of all of the things I wanted to learn. It was my passion for Judaism, my passion for people, and my passion for music. It was a beautiful intersection. And so before I knew it, I was on a plane to Jerusalem and started my 5 years in the cantorial program, along with my husband David, who was studying to become a rabbi.
That's interesting that you were became so attached to the Reform movement when you were studying, but you ended up here at a dually affiliated synagogue where we have both conservative worship spaces and Reform worship spaces. So I'm curious, how do you attach to both movements now? How do you express your movement and spirituality in this space?
It's a great question. The amazing thing is that I grew up in the Reconstructionist movement and sought other ways to connect to the Jewish people, and I became part of a larger teen community growing up in Los Angeles, which was really predominantly Reform. So I kind of felt like a mutt. Lots of different things drew me to different community spaces, and it wasn't necessarily because of denominations. It's finding a spiritual home. And when I had the opportunity to come here, this was another opportunity to be part of a community that had lots of different expressions. I don't think that there's one way to be Jewish. And I love being in a blended community where there's real acceptance of different pathways to engage in the community. So that's what brought me here. And it's been an evolution for me for how I have shaped my cantorate based on the different communities that I've served. I shared with you the fact that we are in a day and age where denominational lines are a lot more blended as clergy and lay leaders are coming together from different denominations in different professional spaces to learn together and share Torah together and share music together. There's a real cross-pollination of what is being brought back to congregations. So the lines are not as firm as they were with what defines conservative versus Reform Judaism. Even our curriculum at the colleges, both at JTS and Ziegler and HUC, have really evolved based on the changes that we're seeing out in the community and how people are identifying